What's good, peoples? My name is Jag, short for Jaguar, and welcome to episode 3 of Quote Shots. Let's get it in. All right, today's quote is brought to you by me, Jag, and here's what I had to say. Taking action has a curriculum that contemplating will never provide. Today's quote is gonna help me talk about something important. Basically, why I started this whole YouTube channel. Stuff's about to drop because of the wind. So basically, for me to be able to build the whole context of where I'm at right now with my life, for that, I need to rotate the camera. There we go. So first off, me and my brother, my oldest brother Max, started a for-profit business. Also, building up a non-profit organization, and I'm creating video content for YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I'm happily married to my wonderful wife, Tigress. I'm very involved in my church, and I do freelance on the side too. For me, I believe that we all could learn from each other. I can learn from you, you can learn from me, we can learn from each other. With all these things going on, I'm not there yet. I'm not at the points where I want to be, but in this journey, in this road of what I'm going through, there's going to be a bunch of things that I learn along the way. There's going to be mistakes that happen. There's going to be things that I accomplish, things that I learn, steps like little minefield bombs that I want to say, hey, stay away from this. Oh, this is a good thing. All those things, I felt like, hey, why not share it on this channel? So with how this quote applies to me with actually getting started, I was in the phase of thinking. The idea for me doing a channel was over a year ago. And the problem that it took so long for me to hit the launch button was because I was in this first phase of just thinking. How do I do this where there's no problems, that everything runs smoothly, everything happens the way I want it to happen, everything is well balanced with time, I don't have to worry about diluting other things in my life, everything just flows smoothly. And the problem is, I was waiting for something that doesn't exist. But in reality, the lessons are in the sloppiness. And I'm not saying to purposely be sloppy. I was so concerned about the process on how it was going to be sloppy if I don't have this all figured out. And because of that, I was holding back from taking action. Oh, it actually reminds me of driving. I could read every single manual on every single book. I can study every single car, the parts, why it does, what it's made for. But I will not learn the things that I need to learn unless I actually get in the car and start driving. That's when you actually learn what you need to learn. It's not by sitting and contemplating and trying to plan out, oh, what's the best route to take? Don't get me wrong, planning is so important. I was way too far right on planning to make sure things are perfect when I didn't realize, oh wait, there's actually lessons in me taking action. What got me out of that funk of just thinking was my brother Max, my oldest brother Max. He basically said, listen, I love your ideas. They're great, but I don't want to hear you talk anymore. I want you to do. I want to see something. I want to see you do something. So that hit me. And at first it's like, you gotta make sure it's right, but he has a point. I need to just go and do. When I started, Quote Shots was a different form. It was a different idea that over time it evolved only because I actually started doing. I started making tweaks, I started making adjustments. From taking action, I can learn about things that I could apply in other places. So it's not even a waste. I'm trying to call Michelle for her drink and she's not Picking up. Michelle, I'm about to take your Frappuccino, okay? You're not serious. Okay, here's the quote. The quote is from some guy. Taking action has a curriculum that contemplating would never provide.
I agree.
You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
That makes sense because you can always kind of formulate how to do something in your head, but it isn't until you take action and then you realize, oh, you know, it sounded good in my head, but it doesn't work.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, when is the blog coming out? She has a blog that I've been waiting for, and now that she agrees with this quote, when is the blog coming out?
When I take action.
That was good. That was really good. Shot number 3. Just like you. Although I'm coming into this speaking what I've learned, all my mistakes and everything, I want to clarify what I am not. One, I am not a life coach. I am not a guru. I'm just like you, trying to do something, accomplish something. I just so happen to put it on here for everybody else to see. All right, so now I want to learn from you guys. Are you stuck in a place right now where you're in that thinking phase too? Tell me, what's keeping you there? Or if you're in the middle of taking action right now, what was that one thing that pushed you out of the thinking phase? Share this with somebody you know that needs to get out of that thinking phase and then into action. And don't forget to let them know who shot you.